Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Waterways Channel. We're sitting here once again with Ronnie. And Ronnie, I haven't talked to you since 2021. How have you been holding up, sir?
I'm okay. We're business pretty usual in Israel. We didn't have holidays. It's not holiday season for us, but it's pretty cold actually. It's unseasonably cold in Israel. It's about, I don't know, probably 7 degrees outside, which is not the usual weather in January in Israel. So we had pretty a lot of rain, which is also unseasonal. We've actually had quite three years that were pretty rainy, which
Wow.
is good. It's good for everybody. We need water. This is a very arid place of the world.
That's true. That's true. You are in the business of getting water to places after all. But you know what? I would take your weather in a day. I'm sitting at -6 Celsius here in Ohio with about 6 inches of snow outside. So
All
I
right.
won't be too jealous. Anyways, Ronnie, I do digress. Let's dive into your guys' most recent news announcements. You guys had announced on the 12th that you guys were acquiring a major majority of the shares of Hydrotop, a Chilean
That's right.
irrigation company. You're acquiring 51% of these shares. Tell us what attracted you to them in the first place and what doors this really opens up for you.
Well, since we went public, we've always told our shareholders that we're going to grow through acquisitions. And we started with an acquisition in Canada. I've talked about this before. It's a great acquisition. I mean, we're growing in the Canadian market. We have very, very, very good manager of Canadian operations. His name is John Paul. He's doing wonderful things. The business is growing. Then we did an acquisition in China. We acquired a Chinese guy who used to be a distributor. And, we want to grow the company. And we found actually a client of ours in Chile. We know him very well. He was buying from us for many years. We know the company intimately. And we started discussing with the company just a few months ago. And it's a company very, very similar to what we are.
Good,
They're a
good.
systems house for irrigation. They're a client of ours, and they actually design and install irrigation systems to crops in Chile, a little bit in Argentina, but mostly in Chile. It's probably the largest of their kind in Chile, which is, Chile is a long country. Some of it arid, some of it not. A lot of need for irrigation. A lot of vineyards in Chile. They make very good wine, and they've excelled in smart irrigation, drip irrigation, using Israeli technologies for years. They know what they're doing, and it's a natural fit for us. And we would like to grow our presence in South America. We have a very big business in Peru today. And we've exported also to some other South American country, but this is our first acquisition, and we intend to make the company our stronghold in South America, going from Chile to Argentina, to the neighboring country, Paraguay, Ecuador, Peru, and probably Brazil. That's a huge market,
Yeah.
huge irrigation market. Countries like Bolivia, which is total desert. They all need irrigation solutions, and we're there to serve the country,
Good.
those places.
So you guys are definitely growing your global and South American presence with this acquisition, which is great. And as you said, it's definitely in high demand there. And something else, it's kind of growing internationally as well, right? Say irrigation
Correct.
industry that's just booming right now, and it has no signs of slowing down. And you can't really imagine a scenario where it would be. As long as we're here, as long as we're proliferating, we'll need irrigation again.
I've talked about this before. COVID had just made this more local thing. So
Mhm.
all countries, when COVID started, and I think we're still in a transportation crisis, have gone back to grow their own crops. And governments are intensifying their efforts to bring farmers again to grow crops because of food shortage. It's been around the world. You can't rely on importing anymore. Naval transportation costs are at a high, like unbelievable high. I remember when a 20-foot container, not so long ago, a few years ago, it cost you about $800 to bring a 20-foot container from China to Israel. Today, I think it's about $4,000, $5,000 for the same thing, and you cannot get enough containers.
Wow.
So that's part of the shortage around the world, and people are growing their own food. And we're there in this revolution, supplying smart irrigation products. Hydrotop is an excellent fit for us. It has about 22 employees. It has very good sales, and it's a profitable company. So I can't yet disclose what the actual numbers are, but it's a very, very good fit. Assuming we close the acquisition, you'll see adding to our growth line, to our top line, more important to our gross margin, because they have a very good gross margin, and of course to our bottom line. So it's a perfect fit for us. We hope to close this probably by the end of February. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. It always takes more time than you think. And we'll integrate Hydrotop as our base in South America for the Waterways Group.
Perfect. Well, Ronnie, congrats on the acquisition, and thank you everybody for watching. If you have any questions about this acquisition, the industry in general, or the company in general, don't be afraid to reach out and let us know. We'll happily dive into it, but we will get you another update coming soon. Ronnie, any closing words before we go?
No, we started 2022. We're very confident in what we're doing. I'm not going to make any forward-looking statements, but the market is good, the business is good, and I really thank all the shareholders who put the trust in us, and I really thank the people who have brought the share price to an all-high. We're trading at about 42.5. We've never traded so high ever since we went public. It's going to be soon 3 years. Investors have made money with us, and I hope they'll continue to make money with us. So I think we're in a phase where we can deliver what we promised a few years ago when we went public. We're on the way of doing that. And thank everybody for putting their confidence in us.
Very well said, Ronnie. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Michael, thank you for your interview, and good night from Israel.